They say some houses are just houses. But what if I told you there's one that's alive? A house that breathes, that whispers, that waits for its next victim. A place where those who enter never return the same, or never return at all. Deep in a forgotten village, there's a legend of a woman so beautiful, yet so deadly. They called her the Black Widow. Every man who loved her met a gruesome end, and even in death, she never left. But here's the terrifying part. Her house still stands. And those who step inside, they say she's still there, watching, waiting. Think it's just a myth? Think again. Because the last group who dared to enter was never seen again. And tonight, I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. But I warn you, once you hear this story, you'll never forget it. Are you ready? Or will you be her next victim? In a small, forgotten village, hidden between dense, dark woods, stood a house no one dared to enter. It was old, crumbling, and yet untouched by time. The villagers called it the widow's house. Those who had dared to step inside never returned the same. Some never returned at all. A century ago, a woman named Elara lived in that house. A woman so beautiful, so enchanting, that men fell at her feet. But there was something sinister about her beauty. Every man who loved her met an untimely, gruesome death. Some were found hanging in the forest, their bodies drained of blood. Others simply vanished, leaving behind only a whisper of their existence. And those who had survived her love spoke of nightmares that haunted them until their last breath. They called her the Black Widow, not just because of the way her lovers died, but because her presence felt like venom sinking into the soul. People said she made a pact with something unholy, something beyond the grasp of human understanding. She never aged, never changed, and when the villagers finally decided to put an end to her curse, they found her sitting in her rocking chair, smiling, her lifeless eyes staring into nothingness. She was dead, or so they thought. Years passed, but the legend never faded. The house remained untouched, waiting for its next victim. And then, one night, a group of young men, drunk on their own bravado, decided to prove the legend wrong. Armed with nothing but flashlights and laughter, they stepped inside. The air was thick, heavy, suffocating. Shadows seemed to slither along the walls, moving just beyond the reach of their lights. The floorboards creaked under their weight, whispering warnings they refused to hear. And then the laughter stopped. A whisper, so soft it was almost a breath, echoed through the house. One of them turned, swearing he saw movement in the corner of his eye. But there was nothing. Then came the tapping, a slow, deliberate sound, like nails against wood. It came from upstairs. One of them, bolder than the rest, called out, his voice trembling despite his bravado. No answer, only silence. The kind of silence that hums in your ears, that makes your skin crawl. And then, the tapping grew louder. A door creaked open on its own. The air turned icy. The smell of something rotten filled their lungs. One of them gagged, another shivered, but none of them moved. They should have run. They should have never stepped foot inside. But it was too late. A shadow emerged, slow and deliberate. It wasn't a person, wasn't an animal. It was something else. Its form was ever-changing, twisting, flickering like a candle in the wind. And in the center of that darkness two eyes, hollow and empty, stared at them. Eyes that had seen centuries, had watched countless souls perish. And then the whisper came again, not from the shadow, but from the walls, from the floor, from the very air around them. "Welcome home." The door slammed shut. The windows blackened. The house swallowed their screams, hungrily, eagerly. And when morning came, the house stood still, silent as ever. But the boys, they were never seen again. Only their whispers remained, carried by the wind, warning those who dared to listen. To this day, the widow's house remains. The Black Widow's curse lingers, waiting, watching. Some say if you listen closely on a quiet night, you can hear the tapping. And if you're foolish enough to step inside, you'll find yourself trapped in a story that never ends. Because once she chooses you, there is no escape. So, tell me, do you believe in curses? Or do you want to find out for yourself?